Well, football crazy season is upon us. You thought the Olympics was over and there'd be a lull in sporting action? No. After the La Liga began, if you have to look at it, it's now the turn of the Premier League. And at 12:30 a.m. today, if you look at it, it's going to be Manchester United that is going to be in action. But our main focus is on their rival club. I'm sorry, Manchester United fans, you have to focus on
Can we
Manchester
say better
City.
rivals?
Better? Oh man, next level rivalry. Because Manchester City, this season's only going to sum up the dominance, because that's what we are going to talk about it here. In this edition of the Premier League, the 2024-2025 season, our main question is, can anybody stop Manchester City and their juggernaut? Because what they have done is, they had already achieved the continental treble. They have already achieved domestic titles ad nauseum at this point.
And at the very same time, they have won 6 of the last 7 Premier League titles.
Wow, that is called dominance. And if you look at it, they showed no signs of stopping at this point in time. So the main question, Sid, if I have to ask you, can anybody stop Manchester City at this point in time?
I think I was going through some of the stats that were brought into picture specifically when Manchester City won their 4th title in a row, if I'm not wrong here. They had the maximum possession rate, the total touches, passes, you name it, the football technical terms, and they were the leaders in the previous Premier League season. And the way things have really gone about, Manchester City, I think it's safe to say that they are actually entering into a territory which is basically called utter domination. And can they do it maybe for 5th time in a row? I think it's absolutely possible. But who can probably stop them? Maybe, just maybe, I think it could be Arsenal, who have done really well, specifically in the last season. But the way I think things have gone for Arsenal in the last maybe couple of years or so, the improvements that they have shown. Now, can they really step up to the plate and make sure that they win their first Premier League title in 21 years? I think if that's the thing.
You're a brave man to say that Arsenal can stop Manchester City, because they have had lot of occasions where they could take the title away from City.
Yes.
But I've asked a lot of Arsenal fans, closet fans or not so closet fans, they have stated that if you pick Arsenal, then either you're delusional or you're crazy or you're simply foolish enough to pick them for one simple reason. One, Arsenal at this point in time have developed a very, you may say, unkind streak wherein they seem to dominate the first half. When it comes to pressure, they are like the South Africa of cricket or the RCB in IPL, where they just choke under pressure. And the team that has made them really suffer has been Manchester City. And why we have put United in this here for 2 simple reasons. Number one, because they played in the Community Shield also, the charity cup that was held. It was 1-1, but City yet again showed their big game mentality, won 7-6 on penalties. Plus, Manchester United are kicking off their campaign tonight, and it's going to be at 12:30 a.m. also. So, we are not looking at the technicalities of, player transfer and all those other things. I mean, managers coming in, strategy and all that. But I'm only stating the obvious thing that looking at the broader picture into the Premier League season. Manchester City's dominance at this point in time, I think, may not be stopped by a lot of teams. See, Tottenham Hotspur, they have always perennially underachieved. Yes. Manchester United, if you look at it, they are very, very inconsistent. And Erik ten Hag, if you ask him, at this point in time, his inconsistency ensures that they just cannot get anywhere closer to Manchester City at this point in time. Arsenal, choking, pressure situation. United, inconsistent. Tottenham Hotspur, forever in big trouble any time that you look at it.
But if I may add here, one point about Arsenal that might just hold advantage for them is that they're one of the youngest teams in the Premier League. I think they are just 2 teams who have an average age of less than 25 when it comes to the Premier League. So in case of Arsenal, the average age of their team is around about 25-26, which clearly means that obviously they have fresh legs, and at the very same time they are one of the favorites to make sure that they carry on with the form that they displayed in the previous season. So that's where I think in terms of having more experience, more youth and more mentality of nothing to lose, which is the case in youngsters, I think they might just be of challenge for Manchester City.
Well, I think, see, Arsenal might be there amongst the top 4.
Yeah.
Or maybe 1, and then there is daylight, and then there is the next 3 if you look at it. Personally, I don't think anybody is ending the Manchester City streak at this point in time, and their dominance, as you rightly mentioned, Gulati, they may be heading into uncharted territory.
Yes.
Many people stated that perhaps there is more chances of Manchester City being defeated off the field. Remember, they have been in breach of the financial fair play regulations rather than on the field at this point.
And it was Cass only who, I think, basically took their case in
Let's not talk about Cass,
let's
because
not talk
it's
about
not
Cass.
the right word that India will be hearing at this point. Cass, because see, Court of Arbitration for Sports really panned them for their financial fair play rules. But then, at this point, has it hurt City? Maybe not so much, but then again remember, whenever there is a financial fair play trust breach, the repercussions happen a season or 2 later.
Absolutely.
So that is why I think in the current season it may be difficult to stop City unless City have a slump in momentum.
Yep.
Which happened kind of, and remember, whenever it was in push to the last match of the season, they had needed big game mentality to get through.
Yes.
So my prediction is you're going to see another Premier League trophy painted blue, because I don't think the Red Devils, in this case Manchester United, I'm not even mentioning Liverpool at this point in time. Liverpool did push Manchester City close, but sorry, pushing them very close and winning the title is a different beast altogether. Yes, they were the ones who did win at a certain point in time, but now they are also into a transition phase. I don't think any club is beating Manchester City as they push for yet another Premier League title. What do you
Even
think,
my prediction is same as that of Siddharth's. Even I am predicting Manchester City to once again defend their title. What do you think? Which team holds the advantage when it comes to the new Premier League season, or which is the team is the favorite to win the Premier League title for this season? You can let us know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today for all the exciting updates from the sporting world. Until then, on behalf of Siddharth Vishwanathan and my producer Pawan, it's Siddharth Gulati saying goodbye.